rankings. Be honest. If you know boxing, be honest. There's levels.
In the show, bro. The show.
Look,
He's very sharp. That's all I can.
dangerous.
Very dangerous. Don't look like he's a 46.
He looks like he's 36 or 26.
Yeah.
Gervonta is stunned after seeing Manny Pacquiao's unbelievable training for the Barrios fight. Despite his age, Pacquiao moves with insane speed and power, looking like a monster in the gym. His footwork, intensity, and sharp punches prove he's far from done and ready to dominate once again. Manny Pacquiao's teammates revealed that during sparring, he looked just as sharp and explosive as ever. They said he's not slowing down at all and still trains like he's in his prime. One teammate shared that Manny went 8 hard rounds without showing signs of fatigue, maintaining speed, power, and precision throughout. His movements were crisp and his punches landed cleanly with great timing. They were amazed by how fresh he remained even after intense sessions. According to them, Manny isn't just keeping up, he's pushing the pace and surprising everyone with how ready and sharp he still is.
Everybody is surprised, so it's gonna be a good fight.
What's the most impressive? His speed, his power, his footwork?
It's everything, because you don't see him slow down. People say he's slowing down, but he's not. I mean, that's where you're exactly going to be surprised, because he's sharp, really, to be honest with you. He's very, very sharp. That's why I don't want to say anything else, but...
No, leave it at that.
You know,
but how?
I live it that way, but...
Okay, so let me ask you this. In 11 days, he steps into the ring at the MGM in Las Vegas to fight Mario Barrios.
Yeah.
How does the fight end?
There's a chance of knockout.
Manny,
I can see that.
You can
but
see a
I'm
knockout?
not going to say what round, but...
Just that Manny wins either way,
But-
knockout or decision.
Yeah. I don't think decision. Maybe. The decision is kind of... I don't know if it's going to distance, really. Because the way
Manny's that
I see
explosive.
everything is... I don't know.
Okay, now let's talk about his son, Jim, for a second. How talented is his son?
He's a very good fighter. You know, he's
Good
going
power.
there.
I've seen him knock people out.
Yeah, he's but power. He have you know, but right now he's still you know, we want him to grow more. You know, so to be ready. Actually, he's ready already. So we just want it to work in silence. So we keep it down.
What's your message to all Pacquiao fans who are watching this, who are getting ready, who are excited for Manny Pacquiao Barrios July 19, Las Vegas?
Tune in to this coming fight, because it's gonna be a very good fight.
Don't go to the kitchen. Don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Don't look at your phone.
Yes,
because it can
just
happen.
Focus on that, because I know Mario Barrios also is training hard too. Manny also, he trained like there's no tomorrow.
Roy Jones Jr. has expressed full confidence in Manny Pacquiao's ability to claim another world title in his comeback. Despite the concerns around age and time away from the sport, Jones believes Pacquiao's work ethic, experience, and fighting spirit set him apart. He describes Pacquiao as one of the rare athletes who can defy expectations, stating that the Filipino legend has the tools, discipline, and mindset required to win at the top level even now. According to Jones, the hunger Pacquiao still shows in training proves he is not simply returning for showmanship, but for real competition.
I would not be able to take credit for beating Pacquiao after he got knocked out by Marquez, because that's not the same Pacquiao.
Of course.
That's not the Pacquiao at the top of his game.
Yeah, of course.
But in society today, we'll call that person the best fighter ever.
Of course.
When that's not how that goes. That's not reality. But in the business world, it is, because look how much money he makes.
Here we go. Who's greater than me? I said, Sugar Ray Robinson. He said, Sugar Ray Robinson, how many wins he got? I said, he got like over 150 wins. He stopped for a minute. He said, but who got more championship titles, me or him? I said, hold on, Floyd. He said, answer the question. I said, Floyd, there's more titles now than then. There was just one then. That's no fair. Answer the question. I said, okay, you. Do I not have 28 titles? And I was just like, I don't know. He said, oh, you're supposed to be the expert. But the reason why I said that is because there's minor and major titles. Who else greater than me? I said, Henry Tommy Armstrong, Roberto Duran. He said, oh my God. He said, you said something about Pacquiao. Yeah, I said, I think you'll beat Pacquiao every day of the week, but I think he had a greater career. He said, you ain't think Pacquiao was on steroids? I said, he didn't fail any tests, Floyd. He said, look at me in my eyes. I can't say, man, he didn't fail. He said, oh man, you fake. I saw that as a initiation. This is what you about to get. Nobody's greater than Floyd. My thing is, he should feel that way, but you can't expect everybody to feel that you're the greatest, Floyd.
Mario Barrios has made it clear that while he holds deep respect for Manny Pacquiao outside the ring, that respect does not extend into fight night. Barrios acknowledges Pacquiao's legendary status, but views him strictly as a challenger coming for his belt. He emphasizes that sentiment will have no place once the bell rings, as he plans to treat Pacquiao the same way he would any other opponent aiming to take what's his. His statements reflect the seriousness with which he approaches this fight and his refusal to be emotionally swayed by Pacquiao's legacy.
You know, ever since the fight was announced, I think initially I was kind of just like shocked. Like, man, dude, like Pacquiao wants to fight me, right? He wants to fight me for my title. You know, I think for the sport of boxing and I think just sports in general, like Manny is that name. When you think about boxing, right? He's somebody that comes to mind. At least for me. Like I've been watching him since since my earliest memories of boxing. Manny has been a name that's like, okay, like he's the man. And yeah, you know, now he wants to come out of retirement. He wants to fight me for my title. I can't look at it as anything other than, you know, it's just another opponent trying to take what's mine. You know, he's outside the ring. I have, you know, nothing but respect for him, nothing but respect for everything he's accomplished. For the person he is, you know, everything he does, you know, for his country and more. But as soon as we step in the ring, you know, he's in there trying to take what's mine. I'm not training with the mentality, you know, that I'm getting ready, you know, to fight an icon, to fight a legend. At the end of the day, he's just another man, you know, trying to fight for my title. He's going in there trying to, you know, take my title. And I got to do whatever it takes to make sure he does it.
Brian Mendoza has praised Pacquiao's greatness, but remains realistic about the role age could play in this bout. He notes that no matter how skilled a fighter is, time eventually impacts performance. Mendoza believes that Pacquiao's speed and instincts are still sharp, but physical limitations may appear in the deeper rounds. His analysis suggests that while fans admire Pacquiao's attempt, they should also prepare for the reality that aging fighters struggle to maintain their peak form across the duration of high-pressure fights.
Don't say that before the interview.
I don't. This is an unbiased opinion.
Man, I'm looking forward to it, you know, even just as a boxing fan, you know, obviously coming up, there's always, you know, seeing Pacquiao's fights and stuff, and now to see the homie, you know, going up against him like that, it's wild, man. It's a wild feeling. I know even more so for him, but nah, man, I just think at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, the age will show up in the fight. I think at first, you know, he's had people talk about the layoff, but it's also a rest for someone at that age. So I feel like he's going to be rested. I feel like we might see, you know, hints of little old Manny, no pun intended, the old Manny. Little bits of flashes of that in there, but I think at the end of the day, man, Mario's super sharp. This is the sharpest I've ever seen him, you know, this far in camp. I'm super excited, bro, and he's gonna put on a great show. I still kind of lean towards like a decision, but regardless, it's Mario's way. If there is a stoppage, I think it'll be in like the second half. Like I said, you know, because I think that's really when the age is gonna show. Because you can look good in the gym, man, but once those bright lights are on you, anything that's wrong will come out. So as much of a legend man he is, I think, you know, he bit off a little more than he can chew with Barrios.
Despite skepticism surrounding his age, many fans continue to believe that Pacquiao's natural ability and ring intelligence remain intact. Footage of his recent training sessions has reignited hope among supporters who feel he still possesses the strength and explosiveness to compete with younger opponents. These believers argue that Pacquiao's unorthodox angles, stamina, and relentless approach have always been his advantage, and that those qualities don't simply vanish with age. The excitement around his return is driven by faith in his adaptability and sheer willpower.
Manny Pacquiao returns to the ring against a young fighter, champion WBC, Mario Barrios. How do you see that fight playing out?
Barrios is a tall guy, and he's a tough guy. You know, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt because Pacquiao is a champion, the holder of the records of 8 divisions, and he knows how to fight, he knows how to win, so you always got to give it that opportunity for him to show up. And now whoever shows up in that ring, whether it's a desire to win or just try to be there, that's a question that we have to see. But I believe that he has the ability to do something to win the fight against Barrios.
That's it for today's video.